Hey, welcome back to Introduction to Ionic. My name's Dan, and in today's video, we're going to talk about interfacing with native APIs using Ionic plugins. So we've been working on our Angular application, spending most of our time building the web app. And when it comes time to want to deploy our application to native devices, Ionic will use a technology called Capacitor to build native applications, both an iOS and an Android app, and deploy our web application to these native apps and display it inside of a web view. And this flow here will cover most use cases for our application. Anytime we're displaying data to the user, collecting data, calling APIs, we can do all of that inside of our Angular web app. But when it comes time to want to interface with native APIs on the devices, for example, the camera or the GPS or the accelerometer, being inside our Angular app isn't enough anymore. We're going to need to reach outside of the Angular web app and talk to those native APIs. This is where Ionic Plugins come in. Ionic Plugins start off as an NPM package that we add to our Angular app. So let's say we want to access the camera. So we would add a Capacitor camera plugin NPM package. Then we would run the Capacitor sync command. And what this command is going to do is look through all of the installed NPM packages in our Angular application and see if any of them have corresponding native libraries. The Capacitor camera plugin will have a corresponding iOS CocoaPods library and a corresponding Android library. So during the sync command, Capacitor will install that camera library on iOS and the camera library on Android. At this point, we'll have our Angular app living in the web view on the native device with a Capacitor camera plugin in JavaScript and a Capacitor camera plugin installed in iOS. And what this does is it gives the web application now access to talk to the native API. So to recap, we add a Capacitor plugin JavaScript library to our Angular app. We run the Capacitor sync command, and it will install that same Capacitor plugin on our iOS and our Android app projects. And this will allow our Angular app to interface with the native APIs. In the next videos, we're going to go through examples of installing some plugins and look at where to find them in the Ionic documentation. That's all we have for today. I'll see you in the next one.